so we're gonna have to redo a entry video here, or intro video, because during the editing process I ended up deleting a bunch of videos from the previous time I took the car up to this trip up. Today is Monday, so I'm redoing this now. I did 7 hours of editing yesterday and had a whole bunch of issues, so I'm gonna redo this real quick, just give you a real quick rundown best I can. I took the car up 3 weeks ago to Carolina Performance, Mr. Robbie, and he called me Friday, I think it was, and said, hey, you can come get your car. So me and Nelson shot over, picked it up, moved it over to his shop, this, that, and the other. Had a great time. Went up, got lunch like we normally do. Mr. Leo was there with his family. Mr. Robbie with his family. Me and my wife, and then Nelson and his 2 kids. So it was a great time. I missed all of that as far as, well, I got it, but again, during the editing, it didn't work out. So what I do have is going to be in the video. It's not a whole lot, but it's better than nothing. So I'm just going to leave you with that, and hopefully, you guys will enjoy it. I'll try to find a better editing software so I can produce these a little easier and a little faster. But either way, I hope you enjoy. Well, so we're sitting here with the car. So yeah, we ended up not getting a whole lot filmed last night. We didn't even get the car with the trailer. So we ended up going out to eat late, real late, and having a good time. Came back, pretty much chilled out for a little while, ended up in the bed, and just left the car on the trailer. So that's where it's at now. We actually ain't been long got up. The whole time change has got us messed up a little bit. But we got up here to a local spot to Nelson. Got pretty good breakfast. I forgot the name of the place. You remember the name of the place? Anyways, it's right downtown. So we're done with that. He's building air in the bus, which he needs to fix. And then we're going to take the car to the shop, get it off the trailer, get it up on a lift, get a game plan for the rear suspension stuff, which is all in the car. But we still, look and see what we want to do and how we want to attack this. And again, I do have the motor in the back. We have to get that out. I got the rods and pistons, CO2 bottle. All of that is laying back there with all the stuff that we brought with us. So yeah, right now we're waiting to build air, and then we're going to head over that way. So hang tight. Well, so we finally made it to the shop. We literally just pulled up, unloading out of the damn bus. You got to do better, Bo. Yeah. Every time you say it's 15 minutes, it's 30 minutes. Every time you say 30 minutes, it's an hour.
Well, we got to think where we come.
Explain this to the people.
So when we turned back on the 770, right?
Okay.
We could have went straight from Stoneville at the stoplight right there in the middle of town.
Okay.
We could have hung a right there, okay, and went straight through it to the bridge out. So you got to go 10 minutes around your fucking ass now.
Makes sense. So North Carolina, get your shit together. Fix the bridge. Took us 10 extra minutes. So there's the old girl. Got us a new sticker on here, as you can see.
Mikey's on the way to go get some heat.
Mikey's on the way to go get some heat. I'm not sure what that means.
When I called him, I was like, you're going down there to the store. That was that little white car that passed us.
Oh, okay. What's the deal with the Malibu?
Got a big block in it.
I want it. I want it.
Then the STM side of it is
that's Uncle Ruckus. I want it. I love a Malibu. I don't know why, but I love these cars. Something about the body lines, it takes me back to when I was a kid. I don't look that old. Well, I got a little gray coming through. Ew, is that a Mickey? Mickey's doing what Mickeys do. Uh-oh. Is that a little gas bottle holder in there? And then you got Mikey's project, which is what it is. Little old school Chevy truck back there. And then we get to go in here, see another turd. Here's mine. It is quite cold up here. You boys got on shorts. Let's go over here and look at this pile. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Old school.
That's that square body out there.
He got a Pro Form. That looks just like my brawler. Here is a huge turd. He's just trying to be like me. And Mustang with the same Mustang problem. It's crazy. How are we going to get my car on a lift?
When I take mine, well, I'm going to get mine off the lift.
Now?
Yeah, all I got to do is put stuff back on mine. Well, we ain't got to put your car on the lift anyways today.
No, but I'm firing it before I leave again.
That's fine, we'll put the battery on.
But I'm wondering if we can fix that one fitting. Just get it tight enough so it doesn't leak.
Okay.
Just long enough till we can fire it up for you guys. Jesus Christ, that's a hell of a diesel engine. I got one more turd to show you.
I got a battery charger for you.
Slow? Probably not. I mean, I actually know what the truck runs, but pretty clean little paint job. Chevy Love. Of course, you got the side by side. Hey, let's stuff this thing in something.
What is going on? That's big diesel? That's out of
That's a cat, right? Caterpillar?
It's his friends.
That's a buddy's mine.
It's a cat, right?
John Deere.
Oh, is it?
That's a Deere motor.
I'm not a cat, man. I absolutely cannot stand a cat. I'm a Detroit 60 man.
That's out of a
It's a big ass engine.
out of a cat track loader.
Well,
I had to rebuild the whole. It's got a bunch of hydraulic pumps that mount up back that runs everything.
right.
So they had to the gears inside of that had wore out all the bearings and had to rebuild all that back housing.
Well, hey, look who it is. Right there. So, it's time to hop off a second, get some shit squared away, get my turd on the lift. So we can kind of see what's going on. I'll be back in a minute. So, we finally got the car unloaded. It is now in the shop. This is in Nelson's shops. There's Nelson's turd I showed you earlier. And then mine is off the trailer. Went fired it up and all of that. I was just going to open the doors. So, this is all the custom wiring. He's going to bring us a light, but this is all the custom. It's still dirty in here. I still have a lot of suspension parts, which is why it's where it's at now. But yeah, all that's got to be put on, some cleaning up to do. Either way, custom wiring, Holly HP system. You can see all of it there in the floor. Nice and neat, ran down the sides. It's all nice and neat and attached up to the trans tunnel. I got to get a shifter and a drive line made. Other than that, all the wiring's done. Again, you've seen it run. If not, I'll put a clip in.
When you get back up here, I have a drive shaft. I'll go and get.
We're gonna get a drive shaft made, and you have that in there. I'll probably have a shifter.
I'll make you a panel to go over top of that.
I'll go over there and flip that switch on just so they can see the power.
Now here's my question while I'm standing here. Do you want me to go ahead and weld in that patch panel, or you want me to make it where it's a removable patch panel?
Make it a removable patch panel.
Okay, what I'll do is I'll go in off the factory bolts.
Right, and just measure them. You know.
What I'll probably do is make it where it kind of laps in the front, and then
Okay, that works. Perfectly fine with me.
And then I'll make you a dry. I will go ahead and make a dry shaft loop on the front and get one underneath it too while we got it in there.
Works for me.
And you say go over here. Here's your light.
Yeah. So he's just gonna show you right quick. Let me spin this camera. There we go. So steering wheel's up. Just flip it up. You'll hear the pump kick on. Tinker Dash. Shout out to Tinker, Corey. You don't have to start it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just
water pump was on.
There's all the dash, so you can see it's lit up. Actually has 2 chargers, so I could charge the phone while I'm in the lanes if I wanted to for some weird reason. Tinker dash, I can actually go through that dash and change all of that. We'll figure that out later. Wired in all the bump buttons and trans brake and all of that. Wired in custom push button start. All of that is, yeah, so we'll walk back here. I don't know where my key's at to open the trunk, but pretty much the whole rear of the car, I think they're in my truck. We'll walk over here and let you see the dash right quick. Just from this side.
It ain't neither one of the doors.
No, it's into my truck.
We're at in there and I'll grab it real quick.
Let me see right quick. Probably in the center console or in the ignition. Then we got, of course, the MPI motion with the bump button and all of that going on. Just giving you a show. If you have a 99 to 04 or a 94 to 98 body, you can go to, let me find the sticker. You can get this dash and bezel from Car Change 3D, makes the bezel and the dash.
You have your banner.
Yeah.
Here you go.
I'm about to show you the trunk, but that's pretty much what the dash looks like. It's a Tinker's dash 7-inch. Then we got, of course, the pretty much easy stuff. It's just a fuel cell, but you got the lines down there. My fuel pump's under the car. My battery, which we're just using this one for now. That one's Nelson's. But you can see all the wiring. That hose is just extra laying back there. But so the car was, when I dropped it off, wouldn't do anything. Back around. The car wouldn't do anything. It had no wiring in it. I wasted my CO2.
I'll see what you had any in it.
It's got a whole bottle in it. Do you know how to? Do you know somewhere we can get more CO2?
Yeah.
Well, then I don't really care, but
yeah, I can get more CO2. That's
turn this big ass light off.
Where do you want to mount this at, by the way?
Probably gonna wait to do the cage, so we can just sit it in there for right now.
Okay.
But either way, so I dropped this car off.
I got one idea. I got an idea.
What?
Putting it up on the cage.
Yeah.
Come here.
Let's see what kind of bullshit he's got right quick, then I'll tell you. Not a bad idea.
That way it's right there at you and you don't forget the ton of it.
And if I do, I can just turn it on.
Yeah.
Perfect. Or we could mount it on that hard, well, I got to put my seat back right there. You see that little ridge right there? Mm-hmm. Just lay it up on that ridge.
No, that's what I was going to say, is do like out there, put
What
a little bit angle toward the front.
That's fine. I don't give a shit.
And then that way it's...
I ain't even got to worry about having a cage in there.
Yeah.
Which, there's no cage right now, but there's getting ready to be. So, we try to get this out. I dropped this car off. I tore this car down from, if you watch any of my stuff, you know, I tore it down from a factory 2-valve car, completely from the top. Tore it all the way down. It is, of course, a LS turbo swap car, small tire, no prep car. Aftermarket fuel system, wiring, you name it. It's all the stuff you have to make a small tire, no prep car. I did not want and don't have the ability to do the wiring that the car deserved. I can only buy it with the money, so I bought one of the better, I think, Holley kits, and it's a Holley HP kit. And I dropped this car off at Carolina Performance, Mr. Robbie. He'll probably comment. They have a YouTube channel, Carolina Performance. But it's Mr. Robbie, his whole family, pretty much is a family-owned business. But Mr. Robbie hooked me up with that. This is my little baby motor, which is actually at my buddy Nelson's shop to get took out. But that's all the wiring you see under here is pretty much Mr. Robbie. He put me bulkheads through the firewall there, so I have positive and negative spots, you know, attached stuff. Pretty much all of this welded in the bungs. You can kind of see that pipe right there, still not quite painted. I'm gonna redo all the paint and all on it. But that motor's getting ready to come out. This is my big motor. It's getting ready to go in. So, other than that, Mr. Robbie at Carolina took all of my hard work and time and money and made it official. And he did the last little bit on the car, which was a absolutely huge undertaking for somebody like me. Probably not near as big of a job to him because he's experienced in it. So it's not like he just, you know, doesn't know what he's doing. Obviously, you can see the car, again, professionally wired, clean as hell. knocked it out of the park. Couldn't be happier with the way the car came out as far as the wiring. So far, this car has actually exceeded every expectation. Even the stuff I've done come out super clean. So this is kind of a, I guess you want to call it a shout out to Mr. Robbie at Carolina Performance that brought this car to where it's at currently. Oh, she's fine. But there's a complete, you know, huge thank you to everybody. You know, AJE, obviously Monkey Fab, BTR. So I have a TikTok. Monkey Fab's on my TikTok. He does lives. We do lives. Mike Tooley, do a lot of live stuff with him. I haven't seen him in a little while, but he's on there. But definitely Carolina Performance. If you have anything tuner related, they do everything from small street car stuff to full out drag car stuff. So,
and then you got mine, which I ain't even put mine. I need to get my sticker on there.
Yep, that car right there is going to end up over there.
You got the logo outside the door.
Oh yeah, and then if you also need to have anything else done, all my rear end working all going to be done at Mr. Nelson's. So again, if you have a TikTok, shoot over there. We do lives quite a bit. I wouldn't let any children be around. We are adults. We are car guys, so we do a lot of junk talking. It's all in fun. There's no animosity or drama like that you can see if you're new, I reckon. But either way, I got like a 3-hour drive home, so I'm getting ready to hop in my son's truck, head back to the house. But if I forgot to tell you thank you or I appreciate it, it's just so much going on, I apologize. But I am absolutely stoked that the car is actually running. It's wired, and now I get to complete a dream, if you will, and that's put this engine that I've wanted in this car for about 4 years. I finally have the engine I've always wanted. It's a very well built engine, and it gets to go in here. Again, we're going to be doing some of this year. Of course, Mr. BTR. Just making sure I shout everybody out other than my wife and my kid, who is my probably #1 supporter that's allowed me to do this. So I may do a little bit of driving home and do a little bit more on this video if it hits me as I'm driving home, but for the most part, that's pretty much it. We're getting ready to head home, like I said, about 3 hours. So I'll see you on the other one. Alright, so we'll do a quick little outro here. So again, I missed a bunch of footage. Well, I shouldn't say I missed it. I ended up deleting it by accident, trying to clean out some stuff. Either way, that's pretty much all the footage that I had left. I think it turned out all right. I did spend 7 hours yesterday, which was Sunday. Today is Monday. It's 7:22. I spent 7 hours yesterday editing a pretty nice video on a professional editing software on my computer for me to try to download it, and then it told me it wanted to charge me $200, and it claimed to be a free one. So yeah, but you learn. So that's why I'm not getting to this video right now, which again is Monday. We got back yesterday like 4 o'clock, so from like 4 to like almost midnight. Right at midnight I worked on that thing. So quick little thing, I think I kind of touched up that I went up there 3 weeks ago, dropped the car off, kept in touch with Mr. Robbie the whole time, got videos, pictures, all, you know, questions, had to buy a couple parts here and there. Nothing major, pretty standard. And then he called me Friday and told me to come pick it up. So we ended up just moving it to Nelson's, where I got to have a lot of the rear end work and stuff done. Which today, again being Monday, so a little bit of an update. I was going to build the rear end of the Mustang, buy the parts individually, and then build the rear end. I actually ended up today purchasing a fully built, ready to go, race ready rear end for my car. So I had to go scoop that up this coming weekend. So again, today is Monday. I don't know the date. I could look at my phone. Actually, it's the 10th, so March 10th. We're 2 weeks out from Dig or Die in Rockingham. I'll be there. Of course, I'll be with Mr. Robbie, all the Carolina Performance people. Pretty much family. Leo will be there, Mr. Leo Sanchez. You can go check him out. He's got a TikTok. I'm not sure. I think it's just Leo Sanchez, Lio. Mr. Robbie, if you want to reach out to him on there, it's Robbie_C.P. And then Carolina Performance is Carolina Performance on there. If you need to get in touch with him or his mom, his dad, anybody at the shop, you can Google Carolina Performance. They're in North Wilkesboro. They'll take care of you. Again, anything from streetcar stuff, regular, hot rod stuff, all the way up to full out, no prep, small tire cars like the Mustang. I can't really show you, but that's not the only car of mine he'll probably work on. I have a Nova here. I don't know exactly what he'll need to do. Probably wiring though. But we're going to do it a lot cheaper this go round. But yeah, so I got a 76 Nova here. We'll get up there at some point in time. Probably going to do a twin turbo or a turbo LS setup. Going to take a break after the Mustang. But either way, got the rear end. I got to go get it this weekend. We'll have Dig or Die in 2 weeks. I'll be home this weekend. I'm not going anywhere this coming weekend. And then after Dig or Die, the following weekend, I will be going back up. So between now and then, hopefully I can find a good editor. I also have learned my phone is standing upright. They need to be over the other way. So again, learning. Just like I do with the car. I'm a Ford modular guy over in the LS world. This filming for you guys and sharing it with you guys and editing and trying to make it cool as I can and nice as I can, that's a learning curve as well. So either way, comment, share, subscribe, whichever one you got to do. I have a TikTok, 843 Performance. I am going to try to do my best to start doing more videos over here because the car is getting closer and closer and closer to being ready to go do some real testing and making it to some races. Try to get a different camera, a better camera. Maybe my wife can film while I'm racing and stuff like that. Again, car will always take precedent. Winning will always take precedent. Working on the car to fix issues will always take precedent over filming. But I hope to come up with a way that I can get an extra set of hands to help me. My wife and I have 2 kids. Both are about the age they can film for sure. So I got a lot of stuff in store. So stick around. See you on the next one.